Hey, Edwin. Dave yesterday identified you as the player who's improved the most individually since spring training. And I'm just wondering what you did between then and now that you think directly has led to the success that you've had so far.
Just trying to get better every day. Obviously, with everything going on and going into quarantine, just trying to find a way to, just tune up my game and just trying to be the best version of me. And I've been able to do that, and just gonna try look forward to keep doing that.
When I think about your game, the power had been there in the past. That's not necessarily new for you, but we've seen you play more third base. What else? When you talk about getting better, I mean, it's were there specific things you were thinking about working on this year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've always worked on my hitting, but last few years, defense has kind of been a priority for me, and just trying to, each off season, just trying to get better and better, and just working on a few things, trying new things, and just kind of trying to see what works for me. And I feel like I've kind of got to a spot where, kind of realizing where my body works best and, what arm slots work best for me. And just being able to, kind of put that stuff together and, translate on the field.
Did the Dodgers tell you to work on third base during the quarantine time?
No, they just tell me to just be ready. Try to work at whenever I feel it's necessary. And, for me, third base is kind of a prime position. And I know if I can play third, I can play anywhere else. So that's why I just work at third so much in the offseason.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Edwin.
Yeah.
Next question is from Pedro Moura. Go ahead, Pedro.
Hey, Edwin. Dave was talking about, in addition to the work you did on the field, the training you did in terms of changing your body over the shutdown. Do you have any specifics you can provide in terms of like what changed, like muscle-wise, weight-wise, anything like that, in terms of how you've gotten in shape since last season or since over the 4 months you were away?
I did a lot of boxing with Barry Larkin during quarantine, and I feel like that cardio in itself, and that's where I kind of just saw my body transform and kind of cut up a little more. And it was great. My condition feels great. But, yeah, definitely the boxing.
You I'd heard that you worked with Barry in the past. What's the origin there?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
What's the origin of your working relationship with Barry?
It's a crazy story. I was working out with Tom Shaw at Disney, and one year, Barry Larkin showed up with D. Gordon, Willie Adames, some of the other guys, Lindor, and I was like, holy cow, like, what are the chances I pick out this place to work out? And, Barry Larkin walks in through the door, and ever since that moment, we kind of kicked it off, and he's kind of took me under his wing, and, anytime he opened his mouth, I listen, and, I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, so yeah, you better listen. And, just kind of been going at it for a couple of years now, and, I'm starting to see the results now.
Was the boxing his idea?
Yeah, definitely. I was a little skeptical at first, and but it's crazy what boxing does to not just the body, but just your mind as well.
Mm-hmm. Did he play it or practice it during his playing career that you know of?
He did.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Next question is from Alanna Rizzo. Go ahead, Alanna.
Edwin, it seems like you just kind of have that sheer strength at the plate. Not to say that you haven't worked towards it, not to say you don't have the skill, but how much can you appreciate what you've been able to do to your body to allow you to have the success, not only offensively, but also defensively, when Dave said that he feels you're the most improved player from spring to now as far as the glove work?
Feels good. My goal is always just to put in the work, and just to kind of see the results now, and seeing how everything's going. It's a really good feeling, and now just got to keep at it and keep taking care of business.
It's like man strength out there. Do you guys talk about how far some of these home runs would go if you didn't hit like poles and posts in certain stadiums? Because sometimes people give you like a 420-foot home run, and we know that it's at least 620.
Thank you, Alanna. And happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
But no, I just, I've been hitting the ball hard for a while now, and so I try not to just like sit on the distances or see how far a ball goes. Kind of just try to just have good at bats, and once I get a hold of one, just enjoy it, and just go about it, I guess.
And it's been fun to watch. Thank you.
Thank you, Alanna.
I have another question from JP Hoornstra. Go ahead, JP.
Just to follow up on the earlier thing you said about meeting Barry Larkin at Disney. How long ago was that? Do you remember?
That was my first year there was 2015. 2015 was off season of 2015 was the first year. I worked out at Disney, and then when I met Barry.
Okay, but you hadn't done boxing with him until just this year?
No, I boxed with him a little bit last year, but not as much as I did during this quarantine time. We were going like 3 times a week.
Wow. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Edwin? Question from Ken Gurnick. Go ahead, Ken.
Who's a better boxer, you or Larkin?
Oh, definitely him. I still got ways to go.